Voila! Check that out. Got myself a new bulb in the trouble light, upgraded to LED, which makes it a lot safer. They're shatterproof. And basically it looks like an incandescent replacement, or an LED incandescent replacement. Looks just like a regular incandescent light bulb, but it's plastic, shatterproof. Safety tip. Of all these years I've been using regular incandescent bulbs, and they shatter. I heard horror stories of people setting their garages on fire with them, and last thing I want to do, and I can't believe it's taken me this long to upgrade. They were relatively cheap. I wound up getting 4 of them from Walmart for under 10 bucks. They're 100-watt equivalent, and I think they only they only use about 15 watts of power. And they're very bright. They actually see this time. And since I had 4 of them, I wound up replacing 3 of them here in the garage. Boy, they make a big difference. So you can see LED, 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 and if we come over here, the shop lights, I put those in when I moved in here. Those are also LED, but there's an incandescent bulb. Incandescent, LED, incandescent, LED. Make a world of difference. Wife couldn't believe it when I turned the lights on. She said, "Wow, that's nice. I like that." She was kind of like, "What do we need new light bulbs for again?" I'm like, hold on, wait till you see. But on to today's project. I introduced myself again. Most people already know me, Clinton with Oval Window Racing. Thanks again for joining me, fans and friends. Earlier video, you seen the turbo. Well, I took it apart, cleaned things up. I haven't got it all the way apart yet, but it's all kind of cleaned up. I haven't tore it all the way down yet. I don't know. Doesn't seem like it wiggles too much. I guess one thing I'm a little taken back at is this here. I don't know if someone grinded on that or if that's what they do for balancing. If you guys can tell me, anybody that knows, let me know. I kind of tried to look for other pictures, and I've seen some kind of like that, some kind of not, but looks like it's ground about halfway through. I don't know if that thing comes off, if that's an actual nut or not. Most of the videos I've watched when people take them apart, they unscrew it from this end. You can see that's nice nut and stuff, and this comes out with the shaft and stuff. So I don't know, maybe that's just for balancing. But yeah, if you guys know anything more about that, drop a comment below. Let me know if it's supposed to look like that or not, or if I need to start looking for a new shaft and turbine blade. Yeah, here's the turbine housing. I still got to clean that up. I put it in here so I could take it apart, and apparently I got excited about the trip I had coming up, and had left it in the vise here. Back here to the back of the car again. I did get the pump mounted. But like I said, I wanted to put it on the inner fender wheel, and that's what I did. And got it wired up, tied down, so hopefully a tire don't grab a hold of it. I got to fit the tire. No tire on there yet. Wheel, but I'm pretty sure everything's going to clear there. All right, yeah, I got it all mounted, and then this is going to be the in feed, and this is the out feed. So hopefully the oil line I'll be able to run it up underneath here, and it'll be all out of the way of everything. And bumper bracket will go on here, and I'll probably use my old exhaust mount maybe to kind of hold it up out of the way, hold it towards the car so it's not flopping around. And you can see this is the short end. This used to go to the bottom sump down there. Of course, it's not long enough, so I had to buy some more hose, and I bought another fitting too. I didn't know if I was going to be able to get away with a straight fitting or about a 90-degree fitting. Man, things are expensive, but you know, you get what you pay for. And looks like it's going to clear the exhaust pretty good. Hopefully, actually, if I get it up in there mounted nicely, it'll clear it better than it did before. Yeah, like I was saying, these lines must take a lot of heat because that those lines have been there forever. And then I probably should think about maybe replacing them someday, probably sooner than later, especially if I'm going to be taking some long trips. But yeah, but the plan is to hook this up over here. And then I got this as part of my breather system. Go up in here, you can see my breather box. And this line actually had run here and basically just hook this breather box to this breather box, which is probably unnecessary. And then this line here is the drain for the breather box, which drains back down into the engine. Right now I just was seeing if this would fit down here, and it did. And I don't know if I'm going to try that, continue running that, or I may just unhook the drain, hook the drain up to here, just run the oil in the back into the engine compartment instead of running it into the oil breather back into the engine compartment. I don't know how much of a load it would put on that system. Probably be all right because it's not going to overflow because it's going to go back down into the valve covers if it did anything. But yeah, I think maybe I'll just put this into the drain position and hook it up into here and just let this drain into this, and then run the drain tube into the pump and utilize the pump into the drain. I may need to redo this with a bigger fitting, and so it can drain faster. But we'll try it with that set up first and see. Yeah, never mind my mess here. Actually, there's this cover that goes on here, but I've got to reshape the cover, put a hole in it. This stuff's usually bolted up to the cover. That's my coil packs. But I just had to remove that in order to make access to see if everything fits. But yeah, got a box of AN10 line, 3 foot of it, and time to get to work. Hoping these fittings, last time I took this, when I shortened it apart to work on, the threads didn't look all that great. But we'll take a good look at it and make sure it works. But yeah, let's get busy. Well, here we are. That's what it's going to look like. Hopefully it's enough clearance. It's actually a little higher than it was when it was going under or over the header before. And comes underneath the fender here and should be able to clear all the bumper brackets and fits nicely into the pump here. And I believe I should have plenty of clearance from the fender. Fender should be way out here. So yeah, I was unable to use the drain because the line wasn't long enough. I'll have to pick up a longer line if I decide to go that way. But I'm going to try it with this setup right now going into the breather box, and hopefully there's no issues. So the next step is going to be to put the fender back on and the apron back on, and well, of course, got to put the oil back in the engine. I did manage to plug the bottom down right there too, but put the oil back in the engine and give it a try. Start up and see how things go. I think I'm still having issues with the O2 sensor. I haven't bought a new one yet, but it should be fine to run and try this out. So yeah, I have to do a start up and try it out and see how things go. But I'll do that in a future video here. And yeah, that's about as far as I can go today. So wish me luck, and I'll see you soon. Take care.